there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Clemson's offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Klubnik. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, and this time facing 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's King. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Pulls it, fired complete. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Was complete on the screen. Gain of 21 on the play. 1st down for the offense.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Using his legs, it's Randall. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. How about those sweet twinkle toes like moves as he gets to the 38? The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Turning it on, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Got a man. It's Rutherford. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. They're down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Snagged in the middle. It's Rivers. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's King. Got it set up on the outside. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Randall. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. With the catch, it's Randall. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout.
1 more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
To the air. It's King. Makes the grab.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go and execute it on game day like that.
Second down coming up.
And the Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rutherford. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Works the middle of the field.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Clemson has always loved these quarterbacks who can put pressure on defenses by running the football.
No doubt. And, man, it's such an advantage to have guys that are elusive and electric that can get outside, and you got a back going one way, a quarterback going the other way. Really stretches your defense, and Clemson has been ahead of the curve, and they've been on this for a long time.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Clemson. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd down coming up.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Good timing on the quick out.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They want that clock to run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Makes the catch. Oh, he got loose. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner goes down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Kane. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rutherford. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got a man, it's Rutherford. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's King. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, and boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.